5 away games, which is quite unusual, isn't it? The fixture calendar perhaps hasn't been that nice to you over the next few weeks.
Yeah, it's a difficult part of the season for us, but we've known from the very start, obviously, the ground here plays a part in that. They've ripped up the surface here, so we've balanced that out throughout this second half of the season, home and away. So the last 6 games, I think we're home for 4. So it comes back to reward us, but certainly a really difficult time of the season for us. But having said that, we have travelled really well away this year with the away games. So it's something that we've prepped and let the team know. We've all agreed on what's ahead of us. So it's week to week.
I was going to say, did you take a lot of heart from that? The fact your away form has been, on the whole, very strong.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things that as a club, it's very difficult in Super League to be able to be successful. And I think the top 6 places are usually determined by the teams that travel away really well as well. Obviously you've got your home games, which everyone can aim up for and win, but it's the away ones that are the difficult ones. But we're very proud of where we've been with that this season.
What about injury-wise? What can you tell us ahead of this one?
Yeah, we've had a few injuries in the last couple of weeks, obviously, and Robbie Mulhern will know probably later today whether he's in or out. He's taken a rib injury, and we need to just make a late call on him. Apart from that, the other one that's out is Joe Wardle, who was potentially coming back this week, which we've talked about in the press in the last couple of weeks. So, on top of that, players like Yamila Hanley's injured. He's out for an unlimited amount of time. We got Keenan Brand, who's injured. Tom Nisbet, who's injured. So the list goes on. But we feel that we've named a pretty strong squad for Castlereagh, and looking forward to those players doing a job.
And obviously, your captain, John Astor, is he back? Is he fit?
Yeah, he'll be fine. When you left him off last week, just for precautionary reasons, there was he could have gone back on in the game, but felt that the game was done and that you didn't need to play a part in that. So yeah, he's 100% good to go.
He's been getting a lot of love on the Super League show. Many different journalists and fans this week. How crucial has he been on the pitch as well as off it, do you think, to your success this season?
Yeah, John's our captain, obviously, and he's done a great job over the last 2 seasons he's been here. But he's certainly very influential in the way that we attack, and he's a great leader and a very strong player, as in understanding how we want to play and who we want to be as an identity as a team. So he's worked really well with the 2 halves in the side and Edwin Apape, and I'm very happy that I think his form is probably in the best form of his career at the moment, to be fair, and getting some recognition as well through the press and media. Nominated as Player of the Month, in Team of the Week. So it's exactly what we need from him at the moment, and he's certainly deserves it.
How crucial is this next spell of these away games going to be, do you think, as to how season defining, I guess, these next few games going to be?
Yeah, it's as important as the rest of the season, really. At the start of the season, if someone had said to us 10 games to go, you'd be in second place in Super League and 80 minutes away from Wembley, we would have taken that with open arms. So we've certainly played really well and earned the right to be in that position. The next 4 or 5 games away from home, including the semi-final of the Challenge Cup, is going to be a big part of who we are. We'll work out very quickly on who we are, because it's been an amazing journey so far from the group. We're not finished. We've still got 1 or 2 levels to improve in every aspect of our team and game, and if we can keep working hard, keep our feet grounded, who knows what can happen. But yeah, certainly a really important part of the year coming up.
And Castleford Tigers, what are you expecting from them?
I think, as usual, it's tough to go there, being that if you're the best team in Super League or the worst team in Super League, it's a difficult place to play. It's certainly a cauldron of theirs, and their back's against the wall at the moment, and in that zone of relegation. So they'll be very emotionally attached to this particular game. I think they've had a couple of really good wins of late at home. They've got some of the better players playing some better rugby, and you know it's going to be a real tough fight for us for the whole 80 minutes. So you know we're looking at how we to battle against that. We've prepped reasonably well during the week. You know, I think we've got all bases covered. We've just got to make sure we turn up there with the right attitude and get the job done.
Brilliant. Good luck. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for that, mate. Appreciate it.
Hi, Adrian, mate. How are you doing?
Hi, mate.
Is it true, you know, going to Caps, does the small pitch affect how you play?
I think it's definitely shorter in length, and it can influence a particular style. You know, I think we've talked about that as a team and a club, and we've got a few ideas on how we want to play to suit that. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that challenge. It is a difficult place to go to there and win, and you know they're desperate at the moment, and like I said, emotionally connected to the performance. So we've got to ride that out as a team, get our start right, which we didn't do well against Catalans on our last away performance. So it's a challenge that the team's got in front of them.
And then, of course, there was a report last week that surfaced about Ava. I'm trying not to pronounce his second name wrong. Seumana that he could potentially be exiting the club. Are you able to comment on that at all?
No, I was an important part of our squad at the moment. He's going nowhere. He's working hard to fix certain areas where I think as coach that he needs to improve on, and he understands what that is. And forward we go. There's not much really else to say about Ava. He understands his role, and everyone's working hard towards that.
And how are talks progressing with Lachlan?
Yeah, it's on par. You know, it's the weeks fly by here at the moment, and before you know it, you know the next week's into Monday the following week, and we're up to round 18 now. So it's all flying by, but. You know, Chris Jester is doing a good job there, and I'm sure that'll all get sorted pretty soon.
And then, of course, this morning you were linked with two NRL players as well, Richie Kenner and James Romanos. Are you able to, say on that?
Yeah, no. There's no links with that at the moment.
No worries.
But I will say we're always open for. Communications to all managers, and you know we do have a small squad, and part of our philosophy here is to keep the window open for players coming, obviously. So you know we're working hard to that to make sure we improve our squad. Those players haven't been mentioned, but I'm sure they will do in the near future.